Hello boos, welcome back to my channel. So I'm going to show you how to slay this frontal, like wig making, customizing my frontal, and doing my hair, because you guys have so many questions. So to start, this is the wig cap that I use. I don't know the brand, but it looks like that. Okay, so I've already started with my first little bundle, not first bundle, but this is the first bundle, and I already started with the first little layer, or whatever should I say. So I'm just simply going under, pulling through, going under. I'll wrap the string around like 3 times and pull it tight. I made a video a while ago on how I made my wigs. It's the same concept. I use the same concept that everybody does. Making wigs get really repetitive. It's nothing new to learn, you know what I mean? So it's kind of like, this is why I don't film them, because nothing changed in my method. So like I said, I really wanted to make this video though to kind of inform you guys on how I really do my frontals. So I'm going to show you how I place it down. This is just normal. I put pins in the middle and then on both sides of the frontal, kind of like to hold the frontal in place. And these are called T-pins. You can get these anywhere. They're really cheap too. So I place it on the side, and then what I'm going to do is pull the hair up into a ponytail so I can get it out of my way. And I don't worry about brushing or anything like that, because as you see, my frontal is still a little loose. So I put a pin in the back of the frontal to hold it there, so then I can start sewing. And I simply sew the frontal from a corner to corner. And like I said, I just go under the frontal, through the wig, pull it through, under the frontal, through the wig, wrap it around, you know, make a little knot in there. The technique is really simple. But this video, I hope that it helps you. I really want to show you how I customize this frontal, because I know a lot of times we wear these frontals and they look like frontals, and I kind of really took the time for this one to make it look like perm instead of frontal. But I'll show you guys that further along in the video. As you also know, I hate when my videos are long, but because I wanted this to be so detailed and I wanted you guys to get it, this is why you got a 10-minute video. You know me, girl, it's 5 minutes 32 seconds all day. So like I said, I'm still just sewing this frontal in from corner to corner. Nothing to it but to do it. And you also can measure your frontal on your head. Sometimes mine is too long on one side. It's mainly the right side where it's too long, so I cut it and then I keep it going. The left side is perfect. The right side is always, that's weird though. I don't know why, but okay, anyways. So yeah, this is what the frontal looks like right here, honey. So down, that's that. And then all that space right there is where you want to put your tracks at. Now normally 2 bundles will work, especially if you don't double the wefts. 2 bundles and a frontal works. You could do 3. This one got 2.5. So like I said, I'm just gonna go ahead and keep sewing back and forth, you know, putting the frontals in and clearing up this space or whatever. So this is why I flip over my tracks. I wanted to show you guys that. As you see, I sewed the track down just simply flipped it over. It's called the fold over method too. So I just folded it over. Now I'm wrapping the thing around 3 times to make sure it's tight. And then I continue to just sew on through. Again, the process gets super repetitive. I'm sure we're all making wigs. We know how to make wigs. This is what it looks like as I filled up the gap. I'm just getting closer and closer to the top. And that's the finished wig right there. So now what I'm going to do is just cut that extra black fabric, because we don't need that. We need the lace to seep through. So I'm just cutting that fabric, and then what I'm going to do is tint my closure. I mess up bleaching the closure. I always do. I'm just not good at it. Okay, so I went and I tinted my closure, and there's a major difference. So you see that that's not going to match my scalp. So I use the tea bag method. You're going to see I have 5 tea bags in here, and I really brewed this tea so it could be black. And what I did was took the wig, you know, turned the fire off and placed it in there. 2 to 5 minutes. I think I had mine in there sitting there for 5 minutes. And I got a picture coming up because I was on FaceTime, so I couldn't record anymore. But I took a picture right here. That's what it looks like, just soaking in there for 5 minutes. And then you take it out, shampoo it, rinse it all out, whatever. You definitely got to shampoo it out. And it looks like such, like it's tinted. You can tell. So let's get on to how I apply. No, not before I apply. Let me show you how I customize it. So to make your wig look really like a perm instead of like a lace front. And when I mean a perm, I mean like just perm my hair last night. I'm going to pull the hairs from the very front of that frontal, and I'm going to pluck the hairs behind it. So I pull the hairs in the front, you see, and I'm plucking. And this process is really tedious. I didn't believe people when they said that, but seriously it is. And you're going to see that I'm going to brush through this hair, and as you're plucking, you don't think you're taking any hair out, but you are, guys. Like, watch when I brush through it. Look at the hair that I pick up. You see? Like, literally. So it takes a process. Now what I'm going to do is, I want the front part of my hair to be really thin, because these are going to be the baby hairs. So I'm simply pulling at the hair at the front. I'm simply just pulling it, and then you'll start to see later on that I'm pulling at the strands of the hair to thin this out, because again, since this is my baby hairs, I don't want it to be thick, because you don't have thick baby hairs. So when I brushed it back, you see how thin that is, and then I'm going to go in and tweeze it now. So I want to keep that line. I want to take that line away, because I didn't want it to look like a frontal. I want it to look like certain parts, you know, you don't have baby hair there, or certain parts, you know, like your hairline. I want it to look like a hairline. So what I'm going to do now is show you how I lay down my wig. This is the black Got to Be Glued. I don't necessarily like the black one. I stick with the yellow one. So I put the black down. I take the Got to Be Glued freeze spray. I'm not sure if I'm a big fan of that neither. This shit is kind of like overrated. The only one I really like is the yellow one, even though it leaves like residue. But the yellow one just puts it down. Now my trick is I use the yellow bottle of Gorilla Snot, and you can see right here that Gorilla Snot makes it extra tacky and sticky. And you see how it's like really tacky to my hand. You can see the glue is kind of like pulling apart. And then I simply just pull the lace front, not the glue but the gel. I pull the lace front to the front, and I'm going to like push it down and stuff like that. And then what I do now is wrap my hair up. Now as you see, the wig is it's still giving me lace front vibes. We haven't got to the nitty gritty yet. So the blow dry part 2 for me is overrated, because I do sleep on this, or I tie my hair down for a good 20 minutes. I don't do the whole blow drying thing, but I tie it down. I'm going to show you the next day what it looks like. So, okay, this is the next day. Wig, glued down. You know, the wig is gelled down. It's in place. The edges are looking good, but they could look better. So, let me show you how I really customized my edges on this side. And I'm going to show you why I messed up. And I fixed it in this video also. So, as I did in the beginning, I'm taking hairs that's very close to the front part, and I'm plucking it. And the purpose of plucking this is to make sure it's thin. Because, again, baby hairs are not thick, boo. You don't want to have a frontal that look like you tried to put baby hairs in it. You want this frontal to look like a fresh perm. So once I plucked it, now I'm going to shave it off. I'm going to take my razor, and the razor is perfect because it gives you that it doesn't look like you just cut it straight across. Now as you see, I still can grip my baby hairs. I don't need to grip them, because you can't grip your real baby hairs. I'm going to go in with Eco Styler gel, and this is the test to see if it's too long and or too thick. So I put the gel on there, and I'm like, them baby hairs is not lit, bitch. Oh no. I saw that it was 1 too long and then 2 too thick. I really didn't like that. So I said, you know what, I'm going to go in and I'm going to cut it down some more for one, because it's too long. So I'm going to take my razor, and I'm going to simply cut it. And then once I cut it, I'm going to go on my tweezers right here, and I'm simply going to pluck some more, because I need to eliminate some hairs because it's too thick. Once I did this, I was like, bet, okay, we lit, bitch. Like, we got the edges on fleek now. But again, you want your edges to look like they're natural, instead of, oh, she got a frontal and she tried to swoop some baby hairs. You know what I mean? You don't want that. You want it to look completely natural. And some of my natural baby hairs are out too. Some of my baby hairs are out too, but not all of them, because I wanted the frontal to do most of the work. So we're going to show you how it looks like. Yeah, look at that. Yes, bitch. Lay that down. So same process. I pulled some hairs in the front. I cut it down, trimmed it. When it was too long, I trimmed it some more. I didn't have to pluck these because this hair was already sparse, whatever. So now I'm going to put that gel on there. I'm going to swoop the baby hairs, and it's just going to look good. So the focus is focused on that front line. You need to do some tweezing. You need to make them baby hairs super thin. You want it to look like fresh perm, bitch. Yes. You see that? All that hairline looking good, baby hairs looking good. So to get the style, all I used was my not Remington, but just a regular curling wand, y'all. Put the little, you know, curling wand like that. wrapped it around, pulled these curls apart. Them curls are beautiful. And look at that. I mean, just amazing. And the frontal looks so real. It just looks like fresh perm who it is, okay? So I hope that this video truly helped you guys, all 10 minutes of it. The trick is to look like a perm, not a frontal, bitch. And this perm looks amazing. So definitely spend time tackling them baby hairs and tackling the actual the hairline. Seriously, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Make sure you give me a thumbs up. I love you guys. Mwah. Bye, y'all.